Hey Beavs, and welcome back to StyledByBeaver101. Today's video is episode 3 of A Beaver's Christmas, and we are doing Christmas lights, or a string of Christmas lights with a bold cat eyeliner and a metallic lip. So the first thing I'm going to do is my cat eye, and I'm using the Essence 18-Hour Super Last Eyeliner in the shade Deep Black. I love this eyeliner. I think it's like about $4 or $5 at Shoppers Drug Mart. It's so worth it. It's super pigmented, it lasts, it doesn't crack or crease or anything like that, and it's extremely black, which is like perfect. And it lasts all day. So I'm just doing a pretty bold cat eye here. I haven't done a cat eye in a long time, to be honest, so I was pretty proud of myself. It's not the straightest, and I don't even think my eyes were even, but I'm proud of myself nonetheless because I'm still stepping out of my comfort zone to try new things. So I'm just going to do my cat eye, and now I'm going to create the swiggly cord for our lights or Christmas lights, Christmas bulbs to go on, and I'm just going to create a simple swivel. You honestly can do this however you like. I saw a bunch of different variations for this look. I saw people do the actual cat eye. Instead of a cat eye, just do a liner of swivel and put lights on it. I saw people put in their crease, so I decided to do something different. So now I'm adding the Goddess eyeliner in the shade, I believe it's Goddess, oh sorry, the Deck of Scarlet Goddess eyeliner in my waterline, and also the bottom, what do you call it, the bottom lash line. And now I'm going back in with my liner, and I'm creating the sockets for the bulbs because I forgot to do that earlier. And the concealer I'm going to use to help with pigmentation of the colors of the light bulbs is the Kat Von D Lock It Tattoo concealer in medium 28. That's what I use as like my base for eyeshadows and stuff like that. I really love it. It's a great base. It's also a really nice concealer. It's also not like available anymore, so that's why I just use it as a base instead of an actual concealer, because if I love it as a concealer, I'm never gonna have it to use. So I created 4 bulbs because I have 4 bulbs on my other side of my eye, on the other eye I should say. So now going into the Anastasia Beverly Hills Prism palette, and I'm going into the shade Sphere. It's like this electric yellow green, lime green. It's so beautiful. Oh sorry, I'm not going into that shade. I'm going into the shade Pyramid, and I'm going to use that on the inner tear duct and on the lower lash line as well, just to give it a different effect instead of making it smoky, because we're not adding any mascara down there. So now I'm going in with my mascaras. I'm using NYX Worth the Hype mascara, and then ELF, what is this mascara called? Lash Extending mascara. And I'm going in on my lashes, only top lashes. Like I said, we want our bottom to be bare and just have that nice pinky gold eyeliner and gold shadow to pop down there. And if you feel your liner didn't come out perfect, you can always go in with concealer to try and even it out. So now I'm going in with my concealer, the Lock It Tattoo concealer from Kat Von D, and I'm just creating these really round bulb shapes. They don't have to be the perfect shape because I show you a little trick to help with shading later. So I'm just applying it to everywhere where it made a socket. So now I'm going into that Sphere shade in the Anastasia Prism palette. This is their holiday palette from last year. I really love it. Like I said, that's a lime electric shade, and I'm just going to apply that with a very detailed brush and pack it onto the concealer. Going into my Pure Cosmetics My Little Pony palette, I'm using that red shade. I believe it's called, oh, I always forget the shade names. It's called Tempest Shadow, and I'm just going to apply that to the next section. And then the green shadow that I'm using is also from that same palette, and that shade shadow is called Loyalty. It's a shimmery green. So the red and the yellow are like mattes, but then the green and the blue are shimmers, so it kind of gives dimension to the look. You could always add glitter or like that little white glare if you want it to be even more dimensional, but I did not have a white liner to do that. And for the blue shade, I'm using Rainbow Dash. But yeah, I did not have a white liner to do that. If I did, I would have. You can honestly make it your own. Make it look how you want it to look. It does not need to be perfect or how somebody else did it. Make it however you want it to look. You know what I mean? Make it unique and look perfect for your face and you and your talent. So you can honestly leave it like this, but we are gonna outline ours like we did over here. So now I'm just going back in with that concealer, and remember, sorry, eyeliner, and remember I said you do not have to make the perfect shape with the concealer and when you're shading in with the colors. What I'm doing now is just creating the perfect shape with the liner, and what I'm gonna do after is going with my MAC, what is this? My MAC Riri collection, the bronzing powder that I use as my setting powder. I'm gonna use a nice smudging brush and just shade around it, and you will see in a second. So now we're going in with that bronzing powder, like I said, and just shade around it so that it takes away the color that's outside of the black line and keeps the blues and the greens and the yellows and the red inside the black line. It's almost like an eraser, basically. So now we're going into blush. I'm using the e.l.f. blush palette in dark, and I'm using that orangey shade. I'm going to apply a decent amount onto my cheeks and also my nose. I want it to be really rosy, give me that Cindy Lou from the Grinch vibes. And yes, I'm going to set my face with the Pixie Beauty Glow Mist. This is a really nice mist. I love it so much. It's so nice. Not too much because your face can get oily if you're an oily girl. For highlight, we're using Fenty Beauty's Killawatt Freestyle highlighter in the shade Hustla, baby. Love this shade so much. I can't wait to buy the full size, even though I don't need it yet, but it's such a beautiful shade. That perfect golden champagne shade for my skin tone. And I'm using a nice fluffy fan brush from Quo to like nicely diffuse it so it's not too opaque. For the lips, which is like the star of the show, I'm using the Makeup Forever, what is this called? Artist Metallic Gloss in the shade 100. It's like this beautiful rose gold. I love this gloss. It's so comfortable. All you need is a little lip balm underneath. It's super comfy. I put a little bit of liner on, but it honestly was not necessary, just to add a little dimension to my lips. So this is the final look, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to like and comment, and definitely subscribe, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.